What's going on? Um, Damn, let me back up a little bit. But yeah, I've been trying to I've done two videos already, and I didn't know it was this hard to load a video to YouTube. But anyway, I want to just put out some info about spirituality. Because of what I've been seeing lately. Like, I feel like um not too many people talk about it, but I'm also thinking how I feel about spirituality now versus maybe 10 years ago. What did I think about it and what did it mean? Cuz now I'm seeing that people are questioning. Hold on, let me focus. People are questioning, like, is it worth anything? And they're like, hey, um, how can this help me? And how can this benefit me? So because of how I remember I used to be and where I where I see myself now and the path that I'm on, the path that I chose, I kind of just want to talk about a couple of things and explain what my version or what I think spirituality is. And oh yeah, so basically I wrote down like three. Well, how you say three? Three. Um, three three topics to just go over, and put out my thoughts and opinions on this stuff. So yeah, definitely want to start by just sending love out, and also uh, unity and just high vibrations. I get this from Seven Bomar. But yeah, so begin with just starting out with love and unity, sending that out to the universe and beyond. So what three things that I want to talk about was why is spirituality important? Um, is it more important than money? And what is it? What is my view of it? And I want to ask people, what is your view of spirituality before I get to it? Maybe have in your mind what it is that you think it is and compare it to what I say it is. Or build or, you know, critique my way or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try to do this quick because I done did this twice already. One was an hour, and the other one was like 30 minutes. So I'm stopping at 15 minutes on this, definitely, to see if it'll even work. But so the first part I'm gonna do is why is spirituality important? And I had wrote down three things. And the first reason was because you will find out who you are. And most people, most people, I don't know if they think they know, or most people would just say, "Yeah, I know who I am." What are you talking about? So I would go about explaining what that means throughout this video. But I'm not gonna say too much because I'm having a hard time loading this up on YouTube, and I'm not doing Facebook Live. So, like I said, why is it important? Number one, you'll know who you are. I'll explain later. Number two, you will be healthier physically, mentally and spiritually, obviously. Number three, you will begin to know and not, you'll begin to see things more clearly. I wrote down you'll begin to know and not believe. You won't, you'll, I said stop believing and you will start to know stuff. Because I myself, once I started to go on a more spiritual route, I that's when I that's when I started to see that a lot of our reality or history or whatever is basically lies and stuff like that. So I feel like you will start to see that more, and that's important. That's why spirituality is important. But you don't have to be spiritual to see that is a lot of history is not true. But I'm gonna explain why I wrote that down throughout this video. So also I had like two side notes that I put down because in the path, along the path of spirituality, I came across numerology, and numerology could be like, I don't know, some people could be, it could be considered spooky, like what is that? A lot of stuff that people don't know about, it'll spook them or whatever. Or like, I'm gonna explain some more of that too. But anyway, I came across numerology, and numerology, the study of numbers, or the understanding of numbers. But if you look into numerology and read King Simon's book, I think it's called Numbers Are Simple, but People Are Complicated. Some like that. If you read that book, easy to find book, or even Lloyd Strayhorn has a book called Numbers and You. If you read this book, you will see that the saying that everybody says, numbers never lie, you will see that this is true. And there's also a saying there's a saying like people will say that the creator signature is through numbers, mathematics, sacred geometry, whatever the case may be. But just studying numbers and diving into numerology, you will see that you have your own numbers and your own equation, and by studying these numbers, you will find out who you are. So this is an ancient science, and it will have you to begin to know and stop believing, or believe less and know more. And my other side note was universal laws. You will start to find out about universal laws and how they affect you. And a couple of them that I was going to talk about is the law of the pendulum, or pendulum. That is that's a big time law that you should understand and know about, and you should also, I believe, try to remove yourself from the forces of this law as well as the law of karma and dharma. Most people know what karma is and they speak down on karma, but there's also dharma. Like, we think about karma as like, oh, karma's a bitch, and that karma, that payback is coming to you and all this stuff. But we don't ever say anything about dharma. Like, no one will mention this, which is the by doing good you will receive good. We only say, hey, you did something bad to me, so you're gonna get something bad to you. That's all we talk about. But there's also dharma, which is pretty much the opposite. What they say, it's a saying. There's a saying that says something about just do something nice or something like that, or unexpected kindness, or I don't know. But you probably figure it out, because I be doing this when I watch other people's videos. But yeah, so there's dharma and karma. Karma is in the Bible, when they say things like you will reap what you sow. That's talking about the universal law of karma. Um, the law of the pendulum is dealing with the fact that kind of like cause and effect. I think one of the sayings that deal with this law, universal law, is sunshine and rain. Like the song back in the day, joy and pain, sunshine and rain. That's like the law of pendulum examples. Um, Growing up in North Carolina, you would have maybe a day or two where it's hot or whatever, and then you get thunderstorm for a couple of days. If it's really hot or whatever, and then high pressure, low pressure for people that understand weather. Um, what else? Sometimes the laugh now, cry later example. People will be like, "Oh, you laughing now, but cry later. I'll get you back," or something like that. This is the whole dealing with law of the pendulum. What else? I mean, I wrote down a lot of stuff, but I'm trying to just throw some stuff out. I can talk about it more, but I don't trust the whole. I'm having a hard time loading what I say on YouTube, so I want to do this in 15 minutes. So why is spirituality important? I said you will find out who you are. You're gonna end up healthier physically, mentally, and spiritually. You will begin to know more and believe less. And for me, it led me on to getting studying numerology, which helped me find out who I was, know more, and just have me comfortable digesting truth. Because a lot of times when you start saying things that are true to people, they'll literally like cover their ears. Like, hey, I don't want to hear that. It's like frightening to them. So, yeah, universal laws also, um, makes it easy for you to digest the truth, and so does astrology. So, I'm gonna cut this because my 15 minutes is up, and